Howdy everybody, this is Brian, Indiana Creek Gold, Millie, gold sniffing dog. She's interested. She has this game with squirrels. We got all kind of squirrels around here. Almost all these trees that you see, the straight up and down trees, are all walnut trees. We probably have, I don't know, 60 walnut trees, 80, mature ones. But there's always squirrels right out here, and they'll let Millie run up right to them, and then they'll go hauling ass up the tree, or they'll sit down on the steps down here, and the squirrel, this one will like literally jump up and down, on its hind legs, front feet waving in the air, so Millie will notice it and go breaking her neck down the steps, and then just hops up on the side of a tree that's right there. So, yeah, it's pretty entertaining. But I was poking around out here today. I'm going to classify our cons from a prospecting trip there Sunday. It was the coldest I had ever been in my life. I mean, I've been prospecting when it was 20 degrees before, and was not as cold as what I was when me and Rain Man, Snow Man, Sleet Man, Richard, A3 Sky Warrior, went out there Sunday. Of course, it rained, it sleeted. We weren't dressed for it. I had a Carhartt hoodie and a long sleeve shirt. I had a fleece on, but it was just like a sponge. But anyway, I got soaked to the bone. And the temperature was probably low 40s, 20, 25 mile an hour wind gust. It was freaking horrible. And we didn't find that much gold at all. Looking back, it's fun time, and we had fun while we was there, but my teeth were chattering a few times. But I'm going to get those situated around so we can run those through the blue bowl. I got to go to the hardware store and get a new hose. This hose is just shot. It needs to be longer anyway, a little bit longer. So got to do that before we run the blue bowl, do these cons. But I came across this. This is, I do believe, March. Patreon win from Vendetta's. I hit twice over there on Vendetta's Patreon giveaway. And I still had this. I'd sort of forgot about it. Found it laying out here on the table. So I figured we would just go through this. It's sunny out. Still sort of cool. But got the sun. Here's the sun's turkey. It's a 2, maybe a 3-year-old bird. You can see how short and sort of rounded off those spurs are. I mean, they're 3/4 of an inch spurs. It was a big bird. It was a 25-pound bird. They grew them big down there. Park County, that's where I grew up at. It wasn't near as big as the one that had came in 20 minutes before he shot this one. The one that came in first within 10 minutes of us sitting down was 30 pounds, I'm guessing, plus maybe, 12.5-inch beard or so. It was a monster. It didn't like the looks of our decoy though, and it turned around and headed on out. And then this one came in about 20 minutes later, and Cole smoked it. My son, if there's an animal that he's drawn down on and we're hunting, if he's going to pull the trigger, that thing's going to die. Yeah, he takes his time and waits for that good shot. And yeah, he did great this time. But this is one, you can see these spurs on here. This is one I killed a couple years ago. Beard-wise, biggest bird I ever got. It had a 12.5-inch beard and an 11.5-inch beard, folks. Giant double beard. But look at that. I mean, these things get like razor sharp. I had a fight with a big bird one time back in the late 80s, early 90s. Is back before they had, like the TSS loads people use turkey hunt now, where it costs you $15 or $20 a shell, to be able to shoot, a little farther out. back in the late 80s, early 90s, they came out with 3.5-inch 12 gauges, which kicked like hell. And but I had a 10 gauge. I think New England Firearms 10 gauge turkey gun. It had a like extra super full choke on it, but it was badass. But I had the firing pin. There's a flat rod deal that raised up and down on those as a single shot, and just pull a hammer back and shoot. But that had broke, and I had a piece of aluminum stuck in there to replace that. And I'd shot a bird, and that had fell out. My follow-up shot. Anyway, this bird ended up jumping in a creek that was flooded, and I'm about chest deep, drowning this big old, probably 25, 26 pound turkey with spurs like this. And that thing is kicking me. My arms were bleeding, my stomach, my chest was bleeding, my shirt was ripped. It was a horrendous struggle, but I did come out on top. But yeah, those things can do some damage. But these were hanging up there. I'll do something with them. I still got the fan to mount from this bird and the wings. So get that out of the way. I had to make room for culves to sit out here and dry out so we can do something with them. But I figured we would go through this Paydirt. Like I said, it's a nice day. So let's see what we got in here. The amount says April Fool's on gold added, so I don't know what's going on there. It might just be pyrite. That would be a good April Fool's. Dump it out here. Or maybe crystalline silver. Maybe that was the surprise. But I do see a bunch of that. That is cool, cool, cool. I'll see that. Bunch of crystalline silver. Really, really nice piece right there. Look at that. I would say that's the April Fool's. So we got a cool Paydirt here. Some of that Vendetta crystalline silver. So I'm just going to pick some of these big rocks out of here so don't beat the hell out of that silver when we're panning it. Let me pause this and we'll get some water and run through it. Alright, why I got you all tuned in. Excuse me. I wanted to do a little bit of a shout out and a big thank you to, I should have brought one of Julie's stickers out here, Banshee Mining. I was laid up all last week with my hip, and Julie sent me a thing of like paint ointment that she makes. It's got some different oils and beeswax and stuff in it, and it helped immensely. And I wanted to definitely thank Julie. That's greatly appreciated. She's just awesome. Great to have her as a friend. But also, Rob, Rocky Mountain Life Prospecting, sent this stuff. It got brought down via Richard, Rain Man, Sleep Man, A3 Sky Warrior, when he came down. And he also sent me a t-shirt. Awesome Four Paws t-shirt. I was going to bring it out here, but Megan sort of took it over and was wearing it yesterday, and I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure what she did with it. So awesome. Want to give Rob a big thank you. And then Richard brought some more extra stickers. Throw one of them on the dredge. So I'm going to see about getting some of my stickers made before Cottonwood, so I can pass some of them out. So yeah, should be a good time when we all get together down there. So let's get some water in the pan here. Said thanks you all, greatly appreciated. Awesome being a member of this community, for sure. Great family we have. So let me pause this and we'll get set up. Alright, we're back with our Paydirt here. I set these out there. I took a picture, a little photo op thing, for the thumbnail for this video. But these are big, beautiful pieces. Silver bud looking thing. So pick these big pieces out. That way they're not getting beat around and broke up. This stuff's pretty fragile. So this is our April Fool's bag. Vendetta Prospecting Patreon. Very, very, very cool. Favorite sticker. Put this stuff in here. All this stuff don't want to blow away. There we go. I get the water poured, and we'll pan out some silver. Alrighty. Do this in a couple pours. 3 maybe. Another big piece we can just pick on out of there. If I don't know if I fly that stuff, I guess. Turning out to be a nice day. Ooh. Silver one to watch out. Okay, I think we're gonna have to get some tweezers and do some picking. Shall return. All right, check that out. Speck of gold in there. I picked everything out of that pan. So I seen that one little speck of gold. There's a couple more pieces of silver there. Silver's pretty much staying put. All right. Pieces of silver. Let me get those picked out, and let's see if there's any more gold in there. Little pieces of micro gold there, and a few little chunky pieces. Cool. We'll get that sucked up. We'll move on to some more. A little bit more material in there than what I should have probably. Y'all see the gist of what I'm doing here. So, let me pick on through here. I lost that piece there. There we go. So I black sand on my tweezers. They've become magnetized over the years. Alright, let me dig on through here, take our time, and then we'll paint it back so we can find any more gold in there. Alright, I think I got all the silver out, and look what's showing up. So, hey, let's paint this stuff back. My other panda don't have lips in the house, which that's fine. I got a big glare on my phone. It's hard to see what's going on through the screen here. Well, you don't sit and watch me do this. Let me pause it and I'll clean this up, and we'll see what's there. Bam, and there we are. Some little chunky pieces. Let's get this stuff sucked up. I'm gonna go ahead and make me a cup of coffee, and we'll finish going through this stuff. I really appreciate y'all watching and hanging out. Old fat baby girl's waddling around out here too, enjoying the sunshine. Alright, we have a little bit left to go through. We'll do this in 2 pours. One, we're going to have to do something with that there. Do something with that there now so I can get that pan out of the way. I should utilize this pan a lot more on the water. I really like it. Couple pieces of silver floating around there. Let's grab that with our tweezers here real quick. Alright. Got some shiny in the pan. Nice chunky pieces. Alright. Piece of flour gold right down there too. I'm gonna get them sucked up, and we'll move on to what we got in the pan there. Alright. Already see a piece there to grab. That's a cool looking piece. Look at that stuff. Isn't that freaking awesome? A piece he's showing up there. Let me get this silver out of here, and yeah, I think I can one-hand it here. And then we'll be back, folks. All right. That's what I'm seeing. There's a bunch down in here too. After getting the silver out. Look at that beautiful Vendetta silver. That's freaking awesome. So let's pan this stuff back. So awesome win from Vendetta. Very, very cool. Thank you, little brother. I was talking to him today. Getting sleeping arrangements lined out for when he comes out here in a few weeks. Asking me if he wanted a cot or air mattress. So a buddy of mine's got a big, and it's a big old canvas tent. I mean, it's a big old thing. I mean, you could sleep 6 people in there. But he uses it all the time for him and the 2 boys. But I've got a big tarp, a big tent, but the rain fly is gone, and I had a tarp that we used, and it has since been used, delegated for being over the firewood the last couple of years. A big pile of wood out here by the shed, and it's went to shit. So, and I've got a 3-man tent that I picked up at a yard sale. I did, or I think Megan might have got it at a yard sale, and haven't used it, but it's supposedly new. But I need to break it out and get it set up and make sure everything's there. But I think I'm gonna borrow Troy's big canvas tent with those aluminum poles. And then use our other tent to keep all our gear in, our clothes, non-perishable food items, stuff like that, keep them safe and dry. And then we'll have plenty of room in the big tent. I can pretty much stand up in that thing. We go out camping on occasion, stay a weekend hunting, down in Park County. Throw some fish in and stuff, and he's used it. Nice big old tent. It's heavy. It is heavy. Takes a little bit to set up, but I do believe it will serve the purpose. Let me get this washed back, and we'll see what's there. All right, that's what we got out of that pan. Let me get some clean water, and we'll do a snuffer dump and check all this cool stuff out from Vendetta. Alright, snuffer dump complete. That pretty shiny gold. We got all of this awesomeness too. Yeah, if you're going to support the channel with Patreon, I would greatly recommend going over to Mike's Vendetta. He has awesome benefits over there. Great giveaway every month, and it's just a fun time. And I'm a little bit biased, but it is just a great channel and great guy to support. So yeah, I appreciate the win, greatly appreciated. I appreciate everybody for hanging out. So on behalf of me and Fat Baby Girl, talk to y'all later.